Hello everyone, welcome back to day 9 of 30 days of AWS Cloud series. I am Chayan and we are moving into the database world of AWS. That is a powerful services we have into the AWS, that is RDS, or we can say relational database services. If you are a developer, backend engineer or DevOps enthusiast, that's something you will often use. So let's talk about what is Amazon RDS, what generally is do, what all those kinds of functionalities is provided, and what all those features we just generally provided by the Amazon RDS. So first of all, what is RDS? As I just discussed, RDS generally stands for Relational Database Services. Let me quickly select with the brush and let's this RDS Relational Database Services. Okay, this is generally we I can say a managed relational database services, relational database database service. Okay, this is the managed by the AWS cloud. We don't need to manage each and anything over here. So it's run popular databases like first of all it run MySQL. Okay, second we have MariaDB. Okay, where you can just create and you have can run third if you have heard about the one of the major and most used databases that is PostgreSQL SQL. Like that, there's a lot of like we have oracles also. Okay. Okay, we have Oracle. So like this way, we have Microsoft SQL servers, or even we have Amazon Era Aura. So like this, all the services has been managed by the AWS cloud only. So we all this can be used without managing the databases server manually. We don't need any manual or manual part. No manual part been added. No manual part. Okay, everything is fully automated and managed by the AWS cloud itself only. So think of a database as a service and AWS, what kind of AWS handles over here? It generally handles things like uh, we have it handles backups. The backups been handled by this particular RDS only. Then it handles the things like patching, scaling, monitoring. Like automatically, if you want to scale, the database is getting full up, so you can automatically scale the database. Then some kinds of monitorings also. Monitoring also been handled by this particular AWS RDS only. Okay, so now let's just focus on storing and querying your data. AWS handle the rest for you. Like nothing to worry about it. Everything has been handled by the AWS cloud only. So don't worry. Like everything is managed by the AWS. You don't need to handle anything. Everything been tested and automatically backupping, storing part, availability zones been done by the Amazon RDS only. So if I talk about some kinds of real use case with the RDS part, okay. So where do we use this particular RDS? So main concepts comes about okay. We got your points like what is RDS? RDS generally relational database services. But where do we use this RDS? Okay, this is the one of the concern. Okay, you are a new person, you don't know like you know about the this particular database part, but where to use this? So everywhere the databases is needed. If you are creating the three-tier architecture, so we have to store the databases. We have to store into the data. So where the first of all, it's generally used in the web apps. Okay, and web apps. Okay, why in the web apps it's generally required? Because you are storing users information, you are storing orders, you are storing content, all these things being stored into the RDS only, that is relational database in the form of MySQL. Like if you have ever heard about MySQL. If you ever heard about like we do queries like select query, okay, select star from table. We do this kind of query from where we do this kind of query in the MySQL and all the data is being stored, all this webs data is stored in MySQL, and that MySQL is nothing but the our RDS, but this is managed by what AWS Cloud. So like this way, second use case, if I talk about in e-commerce platform for storing all your products or for storing your everything like passwords, all those particular things also. Like then it also used for the analytics and the reporting part. So with the applications using, if you are using Django, okay, if you are using Django, if you are using PHP, if you are using Node.js, so all this where this particular kinds of RDS been used. So installing instead of installing MySQL or PostgreSQL on EC2 instances, we can just use the RDS part. It is scalable and secure and integrates with the AWS tool, and we have lots of cool features also. So what all those features we just been provided by the RDS? Okay, let's talk about the features being provided. So first of all, like it's automatically backup. Like we don't need to go and we have to create the backups. So it automatically creates a script snapshot and automatically backup. Second, like Maltese easy failover for the high availability. Like it launches their their databases in different AWS kinds of reason. So like multi easy failover. This is the one of the important things part like because we have in the database if suddenly goes down, so we will not able to access, we will not able to store this particular thing. That's why multi-ACs failures are been uh, should be available is a key feature of RDS. Then we have read replicas for scaling the read operations. Like suppose the database is getting filled up, so we can automatically increase our plans for the uh, operations part, read replicas part. Okay, then it comes with monitorings. Okay, like if we can check how much queries are being generating, like monitoring parts also plays a one of the vital role over here. So like this way, we have more benefits like with the just few clicks or with the CLI parts, your productions ready with the DBs part. So let's quickly check. Let's quickly go to our AWS Cloud Console and let's quickly see how to create your RDS and how you can connect with that particular RDS part from the EC2 instances or from the local systems. Okay, so let me quickly switch the screens and let's quickly. Okay, this is our AWS Cloud Console where we have been come up and let's quickly search for the RDS services. So this is the first you have to go to the RDS part. Okay, now what all those things they are been generally asking. Let's quickly open and let's check it out. What all those things to fill about here. Okay, you have to just scroll down. You can check database instances, allocated instances. Nothing. You have to just go and create the database. Okay, so let's quickly create our database, our first database onto the AWS Cloud RDS. Now, creating the database. Okay. Now, as I just talking about what all those databases platform this is providing, I just talk about Aura, we have PostgreSQL, we have MariaDB, we have Oracle, we have MySQL, we have PostgreSQL compatible. So we are just moving with the MySQL only for the demo purposes. Okay. Now, MySQL community only, which MySQL you want to use. We have certain different versions over here. So it is taking some kind of compatible, or we can say some kind of latest versions. Okay. Now enable RDS extended support. So nothing to select over there. Then they have been provided in the templates you want for the productions. You want the dev or slashes. You want the free tier. So we are just moving with the free tiers only. We don't want any such kind of production, so we don't kind for the dev and the test part. Okay, now we have availability and the durability part, how what kind of availability and durability you are looking for. You want so in the into the free tier it's give only single AZs, like which I was talking about uh, availability zones. Okay, single availability zone, only one instance will be there. If you are going moving to the dev and test, so they provide all three of them. And if you are selecting the production, so all they provide three of them. Do you want three instances? What kind of this particular things you want? Multi-easy setup, which we were talking about. So what is exactly this thing? Okay, so multi-easy DB instances, like they will be providing with the two instances. In these two instances, it's create a primary database with the non-readable standby, like 99% uptime. So there are some kinds of three instances will be there, and here the two instances will be there. But right now, let's quickly go with the free tiers and what are those things. So what you want to name your database. So let's quickly nothing to select database one only. What should be your master username? So you can be root, you can be admin, you can put your name. So we're just going with the admin. You want AWS like the uh, password should be managed by ourselves or AWS should use. So we'll talk about in this into the future what are secrets manager in the AWS cloud. Let's quickly go with the self password. So what should be the master password? So let's quickly give any of the passwords over here. Okay. The master password is invalid. Let me quickly. Okay, let me just move to the manage with AWS secrets password. Like you can just provide your passwords over there. Then what all those configurations you want, like how much you want. You want two CPUs, 1 GB RAM. Okay, we have two CPUs, 1 GB RAM. This kinds of two CPUs, 2 GB RAM, two CPUs, 4 GB RAM, eight CPUs, 32. So it depends on your use case, how long, how big your data you want. Your database should be there. Then storage type, what all the storage you want, 100 GB, 200 GB, 20 GB. So how much you can, they are just providing allocated storage must be 20 GB to this between it. Okay. Then they have connectivity, how you want to connect. You want in which default PVC or what kind of PVCs. Uh, PVCs which we created availability zone. If you want any kind of preference, it should launch in particular availability zones. Tags, database authentications, monitoring. You want monitoring, so you will be getting this monitoring option, advanced monitoring option into the productions and the test sub diff part. Okay. Then enable enhanced monitoring. Yes, you want to enable enhanced monitoring, so you can just enable for the like error logs and error logs, more kinds of checking into the monitoring, and you have to just simply create the database. I'm not creating right now because I'm just showing you the demo practical part. What all the things you just need to follow. You can just try by your own. You can just create, take down easily. So once you, this is one more option. There is a easy create, simple MySQL selecting. They have Dave test free tiers. So let's quickly select with the free tiers part. Same name, master name managed by AWS only. Do you want to set up EC2 connections? Don't connect to EC2, connect to the EC2 resources. Okay, which EC2 you want to connect? We should have a EC2 over here. Then overview of a EC create. So this is just providing with the EC2 EC create only. Once you are been ready, we have to create the database. Now what next? How to connect this particular database? So what all the steps you have to be followed to connect this particular database? Let me quickly show you down. So you can just try by your end. Okay. So first of all, the thing will be like you have to create one kind of EC2 instances. Okay. On the top of EC2 instances, you have to install MySQL. Okay. Like we have installed HTTPD. Okay. We have installed HTTPD. Okay. Like that's where you have to install the MySQL part. After installing the MySQL, you have to install some kinds of libraries over there. And the command to connect with this particular MySQL is you have to just write MySQL hyphen host. They will be providing the hostname once the database is getting created, and they will be providing with the hyphen username. Username as we defined was the admin. Okay, and you have to just quickly provide with the password, whatever the password has been given. Once you enter this particular kind of URL, you will be able to log into a MySQL, and you can just go into the workbench chart. If you want to access from the CLI part, you can access from the CLI part. And if you want to look and go for the from the workbench, so you can connect from the workbench also. Okay, so now this was all about the Amazon RDS. So let's wrap up. And what's next? Today we learned about what is RDS, why it is useful, which engines are supported, how to launch, and we have just seen about for the connections. But you can just take and do the testing from your end. If you faces any issue, do let me know in the comment section. We'll create a separate video on that particular part, how we can connect your the MySQL to a server from EC2 instances. Then we also checked about like the monitoring part. You get some more options over there. But as a developer person, as a DevOps person, your function is to just create the database. All this part has been handled by the database engineers. Okay. So all right, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, please share and subscribe. In the daytime, we are going to explore about how the containers world, ECRs part, EKS part, and the containerization Docker's world. So it's the AWS high own performance cost optimized database engine. Comment down below if you launch your first RDS database ready in the cloud. Okay, so all right, thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, please share and subscribe. If you have any queries, any questions, you can add in the comment section. Thanks for watching.